Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at the electrical stuff that was put in last week. So what we have here is the transformer, which is about in the middle of the screen. You can see it there, and you can probably see a line running off to the left. And what I'm looking at here is the space between the transformer and the building, and what I'm pointing at is where another post needs to go in that will connect from the transformer to the new post, then to the building. And the only other thing I'll point out here is that we're on the east side of the building, we are facing due east. So now we're going to take a walk out to the meter, and you get an idea of the post. These posts are meant to last several lifetimes, and from what I've seen here, they do. They stand up to just about everything. And what else can I tell you? These videos, as I mentioned, are I think probably the best way to give an idea of the space rather than the photos from the comments you had last week. So I'm just going to continue with the videos as much as I can, because the more you see the space, the more I think you'll get an idea of how things are laid out. Well, it's working. And let me turn around. Let's get another view from the middle. And okay. So building. And you can see maybe right up where it gets to the top here, you'll see a pole there, and then it's going to go down the other side of a hill, and I'm going to go to the other side of that now. So there's the post up there, and as we come around this curve, and this is also something, we just need to widen the curve out a bit, because we come right into, if you come too fast, you just go directly into the water house. This is the empty deck where the big tank was. We're going to remove that tank and probably sell it if we can next week, the smaller one. And that little cage right there is empty now. Now, just to show you, this goes to the west side of the property. You can see there's a fence here, or a white fence back over there, and that goes to the other side of that small forest that I mentioned to you, and the views are really great there. Another day I'll try and drive through it, but it's kind of overgrown at this point. And okay, so here you've got two little houses and some type of place that they use to herd cattle, not herd, well, to brand cattle and do stuff over there. And then we've got the other White House. Over here. So also I'll point out we've got the post here, another post here, and another post there. So like I said, we'll put something that's iron that attaches to the post, and then we'll put a chain here and a chain there. And what else? And while I'm here, let me just give you so coming up the hill, this would be the view. Let's say everything just kind of blends in. You don't really take note of too much. And a guard would just stay right in this area here to meet people. And we've got a radio system, and then he would just radio us up at the building to let us know who's there. And I'll take just a second more. So this was a big mess, but a few weeks ago, I think you remember, we had them cut everything. So it looks better than it did. It actually looks pretty okay. And now the grass should grow up normally, rather than like you can see back there where it's just kind of like a jungle. So we can start to see where there's a pole there, and then there's a line that goes here, and this is the first line, or the first tower that's on the land here. Okay, so here we are where the mountain begins, and the property line, the mountain, and the electrical line. So what it was before, you can probably see the old piece up there, and so he added the new piece there, and then started putting the towers up there. And just to point out, you can see that there's 2 posts, and you can see that there's a line, a fence line here and around back up there. But everything that's on this side of the fence line begins the mountain. Stop the video here What I was talking about as far as posts, or at least wooden posts, are these things that look like redwood logs. The one is before the rock to the left, and the other one is in the shadows to the right of the path. And those are just there to once again mark the property line. There's a third one as well, which we'll put some barbed wire between. So the intent isn't like above where it would be to put a chain there, because there are two other properties further back on the road. Even though it's my road, it doesn't matter. The other people are still using it, and I don't want to create a problem. But I do want to show where the property begins, just the same as that rock is doing. The rock is kind of blended in, so that's another reason. The post, people tend to pay more attention to posts as far as property lines go. And we actually have posts here, but he's got to come back and fix that. They had to take that down and clear the brush to get up for him to do the work that he had to do. Anyhow, the building is back up that way. So really the way that the land is laid out is, this is the, let's say, the rear side of the land. This is actually the north side of the land. We are on the north side of the land right now. And where I'm gesturing now is to the south. The building is back up that way. So we're facing right now west. The rock in front of us is to the west, and where I'm gesturing now is to the south. So in front of us we've got about 1 kilometer of land, and to the left of us we have a little bit less than 1 kilometer of land. They knocked all this, they cleared a path inside of here. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but the tower that we were looking at up top is you can see from here. So that's what it is. It's high voltage, and then it's stepped down at the transformer. He's put a meter there, and like I said, and then it turns and goes this way and goes back towards the building.